How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're feeling good. So I wanted to get into the topic of how to manage automatic thoughts. Now, automatic thoughts are really these negative ones that just kick in there. And one of the reasons that we want to be able to manage them is because whenever we have them, they lead to a bad feeling and then some sort of bad behavioral reaction. And I'll give you examples so it makes sense. Let's say that you're someone that works, right? And you're at your job and you're working, and then you have this automatic thought of a mistake that you made or an error that came up. And then your initial automatic thoughts that kick in, I mean, they just kick in at 100, miles per hour. You just 0 to 100. And your thoughts right after, the mistake that was made, that's kind of like the catalyst, what pushed the button for the thought to come out. Your automatic thoughts are, everything's ruined. They're going to kick me out of this job. Or I'm gonna get canned. I'm going to get fired, right? So those thoughts then start making you feel probably really insecure, really on edge, really doubtful. And we want to be able to address them. And that's why we're having this conversation now. We want to be able to do two things. One is address them, and two is acknowledge that at times automatic thoughts are going to take place. There's usually a sequence to them first. I'll share the sequence and then I'll go into a new thought or a healthier thought that you can have, and that's the platform that you want to play with. So really when we have automatic thoughts, they do come from some sort of underlying issue like an upbringing, some sort of experience that you had in your past. What we want to be able to do is acknowledge what are the triggers, like what pokes at them. And usually whatever's going to poke at them is what's going to make that thought come out. Almost like, if you push a button and then something comes out when you push the button. The trigger is what's pushing the button, then what comes out is that automatic thought. So what we want to do is we want to, yes, acknowledge it and accept that this is happening, understand what's happening. Then we want to build a little bit more on the concrete tools and skills that need to take place in order to address this negative thought. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to walk around with this thought. It's going to make us feel really doubtful and insecure and on edge. So what we can do is we can reframe it. And one of the beautiful ways that I like to do that is I like to write down the sequence of order. I like to say, what is the trigger, right? What is pushing that button that made the automatic thought come out? And then I go into what is the automatic thought. And then the last one is, what's the new thought? What's coming out? So the new thought, we want something healthier. Like mistakes happen. I got to keep going forward. Or it's okay that I messed up. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. So now we have this platform that we're working with. We're able to say, okay, here's my trigger. Here is the automatic thought that comes out. And then here is the new thought that I want to play with. Most counselors, clinicians, therapists out there are really strong advocates for journal writing. And I am too. I think you can use journal writing in the same concept where you apply it to what's happening here. Meaning that take time each day, 5 minutes, to write down what your triggers were, what type of automatic thoughts came in, and then what's a new thought that you can put into play. Over time, the mind starts to become rewired, if you will, and it'll pick up the new thought versus the old automatic thought. And then overall, what we're looking for is a transformation. A transformation meaning that you are having your new thought, which allows you to feel better and have a better behavioral reaction. Versus the old thought, the automatic thought, which was making you feel not so good and maybe causing you to, just quit at your job and not show up the next day. All right? I hope that this was helpful in addressing your automatic thoughts. It's a quick, direct, black and white skill, replacing it with a new thought and then giving it practice each day. When it comes to mental health, I'm a big advocate of treating it like the gym, right? So you go to the gym and you work out, you may not get results right away. And even when you do get results, you have to sustain them. You got to keep going. You got to keep writing. So for this, for this process, for your mental health, your wellness, treat it like going to the gym. Treat it like wellness. Make it part of your lifestyle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing space with me. Have an amazing day.